hey, I'm still here.
I'm still
right?
here.
This is how you crisis-proof your content, by being prepared.
I think this is super important to avoid burnout.
Set things up so that when those life moments happen, you have something to fall back on. Crisis-proof your content. Banking that stuff, still hit.
Yeah.
And listen, man, never waste being dressed up.
Right.
Never waste being ready. I still have energy. Don't miss that moment.
Do it. Hey, that's not my whole life.
There was a trend on YouTube for a while, and it was like, I'm quitting YouTube. I'm quitting YouTube. I'm quitting YouTube. All these people were like, I'm quitting. I'm quitting. And it was all clickbait.
I was about to say,
it
the
was all
clickbait of it all.
Because none of these people were actually quitting. They just recognized like that term and that thumbnail.
Yeah.
It got the interaction that they wanted. It was the hook that they needed to be able to share something powerful. And the reason why I know that nobody quits that way is because people don't generally quit that way. People quit by doing something like, we missed one podcast episode, and then the next one we decided to double up or go live or record the week of and then post it that day, almost the day of, right? Day of content is some of the worst. But then the next week, they decided, I'm just going to take a little break and I'll get back to it. And then maybe that month they did 2 podcasts instead of 4. And then the next week they just did 1, or they decided I'm going to take a vacation. It's a gradual
decline. Yeah, for sure.
That's how people quit.
For sure.
That's in fact, if you're as a follower, as a subscriber, that you can tell when somebody's like, it's not looking good.
Right.
it's not looking good. Like,
I feel like that's how my followers feel. But then every once in a while I'm like, hey guys, I'm still here. And then they're like, come on, where you been? And I'm like,
but you still show up. You still show up though.
I do.
You still show up. I'm talking about like in stories and other mediums.
I'll find other ways to connect.
But I'm talking about cold turkey.
Right.
I'm talking about like, man, I haven't gotten a notification from you in a minute.
Right.
And this is what I've come to the realization that the quitting does not happen because somebody says, hey guys, I'm done. Very rare. It does happen. It does happen. But it's very rare that happens. What happens is that people find themselves in a crisis moment, and crisis is probably too large a term, but it's a moment where life is life-ing.
Exactly.
And they man, I couldn't put one out this week.
Right.
And so one of the things that we want to share with you today in this episode is how to crisis-proof your content. How to set things up so that when those life moments happen, you have something to fall back on. And then I'll give you a quick example of this. I just recently had to use something from my bag of crisis-proof content. I had recorded some stuff that was supposed to go out on the channel, but then I got this brand deal, so I did that video, and then I wanted this update to StreamYard, so I did that video. I just had a couple other things coming down the pike, and then it was Christmas, and we were doing a couple of things for podcasts, and I was like, I haven't posted something to my regular YouTube channel, so I decided, you know what? There was that video that I did. It was a video series, actually. I did a batch recording about 4 or 5 videos. I just never used them. So that sustained me over this period where I was just way too busy to even try to figure it out.
Wow.
And then that's what we want to give you. We want to give you some things like that you can do ahead of time with the idea, with this understanding, like if I do find myself in a bind, if I'm laid up in the hospital, if I got to go visit grandma, got to drive across country to go do something, or, get your brother out of jail. Hopefully none of these things are true.
Please.
I'm praying. but if life decides to life, you actually still have some way to be able to put out consistent content. This is the How It All Works podcast, and I'm your host, Kirk Nugent. This is my lovely co-host,
Taina Nixon.
And man, we're excited that you're back with us yet again for another episode. We love that you're here. Go ahead and put a comment below. Just let us know your name, your channel. We want to follow you as well. We want to hear what you guys have got going on. And if this content has been resonating with you, we definitely want to plug in. Consistency is a term that I love to say. It's the key ingredient for successful content. And one of the ways that consistency can get derailed is, of course, by life.
Right.
And so that's what we want to talk about today. Now, do you ever do batch content? Do you ever record?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't in a while, but like
But you understand the process of it. Yeah.
For sure. That's my, I feel like in the beginning, that was kind of the only way that I was able to consistently put out content. When I first started, I would create content and post it same day.
Wow.
Right? Like, and I did that for a while. And then I started posting every single day.
Okay.
For like a year.
Every day.
I did not miss a day.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And then that is batch content for sure that got me through that.
Absolutely.
Like photo shoot content, B-roll content, just stuff like that.
You're scheduling it out.
Yeah, I would just have just a bunch of stuff. There were still days when I would create in the moment. I'm just a spontaneous person. I don't know if it's my ADHD. I don't know what it is. But like sometimes something is happening and I want to post that thing.
Yeah.
And so that's because I'm excited about that thing right now. And sometimes if I don't do it right now, I lose the excitement and then it doesn't happen.
You got to know yourself.
You have to know yourself. I know that about myself,
piece.
Right?
Right.
But then there are days when like nothing is exciting.
Nothing.
And life is lifing and my kid is losing it. You know what I mean?
You don't want to do nothing.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was literally committed to posting every single day.
Come on.
That's where I would go through like, okay, what's some B-roll footage I can use and like put a good quote on it or like
a good quote.
Yeah. Or
I have a stack of them. I love quotes.
You know what I mean? And then or like a story I could tell, but I don't want to take a picture right now. Let me go through my old pictures, and just find one of them and use that. Good. Stuff like that.
Man, this is what oh my goodness. So the first one here, number 1 says the emergency vault, right?
That's a good name for it. The emergency vault.
The emergency vault, right? It's having content, recording and capturing, not for any particular purpose.
Exactly.
Just so you have it stacked for
whenever
that
you need
day or that time where it's like, I think I have something for that.
Exactly.
Oh man, this is a dope quote. And I remember doing something,
right?
Where it was water or whatever. I don't know.
Exactly.
There's something that, was aesthetically pleasing to look at.
You know where I get a lot of stuff like that? When I be on vacation. When I'm on vacation, I'll be like telling my husband, I'll be like, hey, I'm going to walk past this like waterfall thingy. Just get content. He's like, yeah, I got you.
This is good. A couple episodes ago, we had my family on, and I was talking about what it's like to be the family of a content creator. Bless them. we gotta get Paul on.
Yeah,
we gotta have him as a guest.
I just know he's like, I don't remember this in the vows. Like I don't remember this. I don't think we talked about this.
To have and to hold, to capture content, right? But no, that is so good. I mean, because banking that stuff, allows you to have relevant things that you can post and share and put out there for people to consume.
Right.
And it's just, it still hits.
Yeah.
Especially when you package it well. Oh, there's all the different principles that come into play.
I want to hear more of your points because I feel like this might come into play. I have something in the back of my head that I think might come into play.
Okay. There's the next one is the one I said to you before was like batch recording.
Right.
But it says here batching for mental health. Now let me say this about the emergency vault. Sharing with creators that keeping 3 to 5 evergreen pieces of content ready to post during weeks when they physically cannot record is a cheat code.
Yeah.
Like, that is a cheat code. Like without a doubt, that will help. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I'm like, oh man, I still have this?
Right.
I never posted this?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. This is the one for this week. Perfect. Yeah. And then that gets you over the hurdle. It allows you to maintain consistency. But being able to set those up when you do have the time, when you do feel like doing it, when you have the energy, doing that. Like, I can't tell you how many times where it's like, I have content already ready to post, and then there's this brand deal that comes through, and it's like, they really want you to cover said mic or whatever. And you're like, okay, I'm taking this out of rotation, but I'm putting it in the emergency vault.
Exactly.
And now I'm going to put their content in there, and boom, I've got this over here. And it's ready to go. It's evergreen.
Yep.
It wasn't like time specific or anything like that. It wasn't about an event.
A holiday or a season or whatever. Yeah.
So that's the critical piece, though, is that it does have to be evergreen.
Right.
It can't. If you're going to put something in the vault, it can't be about Valentine's. It can't be about your son or daughter graduating from second grade.
Right.
That's not evergreen.
Although, can I just say, I feel like I finessed the system a little recently.
You could actually. The more I said that, I was like,
this is not on my. It's not on my personal profile on my personal page for the church that I work for. There was content that I meant to share, but literally there was so much happening in one weekend, right?
Yes,
it was
that
actually
does happen.
My birthday weekend. And I captured so much content that I could not put it out. I was overwhelmed.
Too much.
So it just sat there. And we got to the end of the year and I was like, I can't just have this stuff sitting in my phone. I have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So I created a series called Moments You May Have Missed.
Ooh.
And then
that is so good.
And then I was
that
like,
so
here's the first one. This is the thing that happened. Here's the other one. This is the thing that happened. Yeah.
See, I think
that third one totally went viral. I was
that's the one I shared in my story. But I think that being able to be creative.
Yes.
And giving yourself permission to just be like
stuff, find a way to do it. Because I was just like, bro, it's good content.
Yeah.
It happened already. We missed it, but it doesn't matter. It's good content. I'm gonna use it.
I still feel like that's kind of evergreen.
Evergreen.
You know what I mean? I feel like I see what you mean.
Yes.
Like it happened a while ago,
right?
But it's still kind of, especially for that handle, right? It makes sense. But I love
it does
how
have to make sense.
You see again comes back to packaging,
right?
Because you said moments you may have missed, and I think
because on that channel we're usually sharing things as they happen, right? Like it's this just happened this weekend, this just happened yesterday, or whatever. Exactly. And so I was like, okay, I had to find a way to share this that doesn't seem completely disingenuous because this didn't just happen. It was literally like 6 months ago.
So good.
So,
oh my word, that is so good. Okay, the next one, I mean, that one is absolute gold. Is batching for mental health, and it basically just says moving away from daily grind and towards energy management.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Creating when energy is high to cover when energy is low. And it's this is basically, as you said earlier, I know myself, and you should know yourself.
Yes.
There is that roller coaster.
Yeah.
And there are these moments where you're like, I just want to create.
Right.
And if you've already done your video for the week, you've already done your content for the week, and you're just like, I still have energy. Don't miss that moment.
Do it.
Make okay. Let me ask ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever your thing is. Give me a couple of ideas of content I can make that's for me. And put out that thing.
I always say, I don't know if this is true for men. I feel like this might be more true for women. But like whenever I would go, or it could also be a temperament thing. I'm an extrovert, right? So whenever I would go out and hang out with friends, I would get like dressed up, have makeup on or whatever, be dressed, go out with friends. Whenever I would come back, I would want to create something.
Absolutely.
Because I'm already like camera ready.
Yeah.
I also have a lot of energy because I get energy from being around people that I like. And so I would create at least 2 pieces of content like after that.
And it's not that you're creating to post. You're
I'm just
grabbing them.
Yeah.
You're capturing it.
Yeah.
And listen, man, never waste being dressed up.
Right.
Never waste being ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Never.
Yeah.
that's
and because I know I'm like largely lifestyle type of content, but I just feel like for anybody who does recognize their own rhythms, like you should know, okay, I tend to be more creative at this time or whatever. For women, I also say, like, when you are ovulating, like, pay attention to how your body feels. Like, there are times when you are just in a space where you're like, I feel beautiful. I feel excited about life. That's the time to create. Batch that, because in 2 weeks, you will feel like garbage and you will think that you're suddenly ugly and fat. And that's not true. But because you feel that way,
you're not gonna
your
create.
Content is not going to give what you want it to give.
See, this is the life piece.
Yep.
Where our son just really recently started driving, and this guy drives off right to go somewhere this past Saturday night. I'm no more good. I'm just looking at this car driving away. I'm supposed to be doing some other things right now, but all I can think about is the fact that he's driving.
He's driving, yeah.
Nothing got done.
And I think that has to be okay.
No, it has to be okay. You've got to account for the fact that life is going to life. It's going to happen. So, and I love that. Understanding understanding your seasons.
Yes.
We talked about seasons in the last episode, but understanding that ebb and that flow. Okay, now's not a good time.
Exactly.
But maybe.
Exactly.
But maybe.
This is why I like coaching women, because I feel like we're here.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
No, there's a lot that you can say.
I understand that about you, and we are going to work with it.
This is one of the reasons why I love to say the term, who you're unfairly qualified to serve. It's like, I can't serve that way. And that's okay.
Right.
It
would be weird if you said that to a woman, right? Like, that would be strange.
Especially if I don't know these things.
You know, why do you know that? Why are you saying that to me?
Hey, there are some men that are super comfortable, though. I'm just going to be honest.
Don't say luteal. Don't say that word.
Listen,
I don't like it.
But I love this, though, because this, again, I think the other thing, too, that a lot of people struggle with is the blank page, trying to figure out what content they should create when content is life. So I always look at my calendar. Like, what do I have scheduled?
Okay.
That's content. Okay.
Yes.
So tomorrow I've got to shoot with Pastor Snell. We're going to be doing some stuff. I'm going to be doing something with Malcolm and Nicole to record some stuff. I was like, might be good to get some BTS of me doing the thing.
Exactly.
This is content.
I'm going to tell you a funny story.
Please.
Because I think my NDA is up. I literally had to sign an NDA. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So at one point, a company reached out to me, a media company reached out to me to ask if I would meet with their producers.
NDA is?
Non-disclosure agreement.
Perfect.
Okay.
Continue.
Thank
Yes,
you. Important.
Yes.
So you sign it to say, I'm not going to talk about this.
And this creators the world over do these things. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Actors, creators, like all these people who are involved in projects that you can't talk about until a certain point or ever potentially.
Yeah.
So they were like, would you be willing to sit down with our producers to talk about being on a show? They didn't tell me the name of the show.
Okay.
But they like tried to give me hints so that I could know what I was talking about, basically. And so I was like, okay. So my husband and I both take the meeting, and it turns out it's for a reality show that would be taking place here in Huntsville, and it is about couples.
Okay.
So
I have hints. Yes.
So they're like, you know, what can you tell me about your life, or like, you know, whatever. And I was like, can I ask y'all a question first? What would make you think that I should be on this show? Like, help me understand.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you know, we've been following your socials and we see you showing up around Huntsville. I think at the time, either right before that or right after that, I had got nominated for one of Huntsville like top 20 most influential people.
Oh, snap. Yes. I remember when that happened.
And so I'm like, okay, I get that you're seeing that, but I need you to understand that my life doesn't actually look like that. The reason why I'm thinking about this is because we're talking about using your life like as content, right? Looking at your life. And I realized, I said, you know what? When I do these get ready with me's, it's the days that I'm like going out and doing stuff and being interviewed on podcast episodes and creating content and like going out with my family to the park. There are also days when I just wear pajamas at home.
Yeah.
All day. But I'm not creating content about that.
On those days.
And so I had to tell them, I said, hey, that's not my whole life.
Oh my
like,
word.
I would make you I would be the most boring like person on this show. And I was almost convincing them to not hire me.
Exactly. It's like, don't pick me.
I really just didn't want to be a disappointment.
Yeah.
And then also I was like, I don't know if this vibe is like what I'm going for.
So what's funny about that is that they are seeing your life
from
a content perspective,
correct.
And they're like, she's always doing something. She's good. Oh my God, is that what she's doing today?
Right.
And they're thinking you're putting out content, but for you, it's like no.
I curated this.
I'm curating this.
I batch created a lot of this on the days where I was dressed up and had makeup on. Most days, actually, I'm not doing that.
Wow.
I'm not doing that. So no, I don't think you want me. Needless to say, I did not go on the show, but I felt like I opted out because I was like, because then I would have to create a life.
And I think that's
camera.
what people do.
I think that's what they do.
Absolutely.
I was not willing to do that.
What they do.
I was not willing to do that.
That's not a good, listen,
Yeah.
that does not work for your mental health.
Correct.
It doesn't allow you to be you.
Me.
And there are certain seasons, family, that the camera should be off.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just say that.
Yeah.
There's certain, you don't want to create broken.
Yes.
Okay.
I
want to
understand what
temper
you're
this.
saying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think you definitely need to practice some self-care. But there's a lot of buzzwords around authenticity, sharing your, but share them when you have processed them.
Exactly.
Share them when you can give people the win.
Yes.
Like, this is what I learned.
One of my mentors told me that years ago, not even in a creative space. Like, she was just like a women's mentor to me as I was like coming up in college. And would share about, she taught me a lot about marriage because she was like one of the first young people that I knew who got married. And so I used to tell her, like, why do you, tell people about your marriage? Like, how do you feel comfortable doing that? And she said, I'm never telling y'all about it when it's happening. She was like, well, I'm never sharing it in real time.
No.
It has already happened. We have processed it. And now it's a testimony.
There
we
it
overcame
is.
it. And now we can talk about it. And so I took that into content creation with me and added onto it. I'm not ever going to share anything that I'm not comfortable being asked questions about.
That's good.
And for people to share their own opinions, whether good or bad about it.
That's good.
If it's still so fresh that my feelings are going to be hurt or I'm going to be really upset if they talk about it right now, it's not a good time.
It's not a good time.
It's not a good time.
I can wait. That's good. And see, this is knowing your yes or being clear on your no.
Right.
Allows you to differentiate.
Exactly.
And have a clear, okay, this is what I'll talk about. These are the things that will help. But I think, when we're talking about crisis proofing, having the emergency vault.
Right.
Doing the batch creating.
On the good days.
On the good days.
Yeah.
The third thing is the power of reposting. And I think you kind of touched on this, where it's like, you're giving yourself permission to, like, there's some posts. You talked about that post that went viral for OUC. In a couple of months, why not post it again?
Valentine's Day is coming. If you don't think that I'm going to be reusing some of that footage, get out of here.
Absolutely. You absolutely have permission to repost.
I mean,
and in some case remix, like what you're talking about for Valentine's.
I'll just take some of the footage and remix it. Yeah. But then sometimes you can just repost a joint. Like you could just take it.
Repost. You might even put a new caption.
Exactly.
And sometimes not even a new caption. Like, it's just because it's new. And I guarantee you, somebody who did not see it the first time will see it. So
Maudie Woodard is one of the content creators that I have learned from over the years. Maudie says, he's like, reposting is something that everybody should be doing, right? Nice. And he's like, if you know that you created a banger, like you created a good piece of content and it actually didn't do as well as you wanted it to, he's like, repost it again.
Repost it.
And then he'll show his metrics. Wow. This is the first time that I posted it. Here is it with triple the engagement.
And did he make any changes? See?
Just reposted.
Just reposted it. He may. I mean, I'm assuming. He may have picked a different time, but basically the content is still the same.
It's still the same because he was like, what I said was true when I said it the first time. Yeah. What I said was like useful when I said it the first time. I'm just gonna repost it. And then sometimes if he's reposting something like a third or fourth time, he'll be like, y'all really like this the first couple of times I shared it. I'm sharing it again in case somebody didn't see it. Yeah. And if you didn't reshare it the first time I shared it, this is your chance to reshare it. Put it in your stories.
You talk about third and fourth.
Yeah.
Right.
And he will do that.
We're giving you freedom,
After a while,
y'all.
it came to a point where he was like, here is my yearly blank.
Yeah. My annual this. I mean, the power of reposting is just, you have permission, y'all.
Right.
You have permission to repost. So yes, if it was good, post it again. The last one, number 4, says communicating boundaries. And I think you kind of touched on this earlier, so we're not going to go too deep, but you've got to help your audience know these are my boundaries.
Right.
I will talk about this. You don't get to touch this.
Correct.
Here is where I'm taking the break. A good friend of mine is just like, yo, summer break is coming up, y'all.
Yes.
Summer break is coming up.
Yes.
Y'all, what y'all doing? Where y'all traveling? Where y'all going?
Yep.
I'm not gonna be creating content. I'll be back in August or September. You get to tell your audience what's gonna be normal for you. And those breaks can be great times to batch.
Yes.
To stack content, especially if you're going to travel.
Yes.
Especially if you're going to go places. You can capture yourself doing different things. You have plenty of content when you get back that almost sometimes will take you through the rest of the time frame. So, but the power of just being clear with your audience.
This is what I have going on right now, or this is what I will or won't be doing, over this time period, so that people don't question.
And I think the last thing is what you kind of started with, like almost at the beginning of the show, was basically just saying to your audience, "Hey, I'm back," or "Hey, I'm still here.
I'm still here."
It's the power of communicating. It's just not a good season
for me to be, doing it like I used to do it.
Yeah, being I think where channels and content and handles go to die is when we stop communicating.
Right.
Is when that two-way street is closed, then everybody's like, well, I guess this is dead.
Right.
So I don't need to be here anymore. Yeah. Everybody else, we're out of here.
Right.
But if you continue, hey, y'all, I've been delinquent. I'm MIA, whatever,
Right.
however you want to say it.
Right.
And listen, everybody's going to get a kick out of this because everybody's life everybody's experiencing life like this.
Yes.
So yeah, there's no reason to feel bad, but
You can just prepare for it though.
boom, that's perfect.
Yeah.
This is how you crisis proof your content is by being prepared. Knowing that these moments are going to happen and these times are going to come allows you latitude to plan and put content aside and have some posts ready, have that emergency vault.
Yeah.
And batch communicate. Listen, I'm going to be taking this break during this time frame, whatever that might be. And real talk, we might take a break.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But,
Kirk is good because he kept y'all going through the holidays.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it was
yeah.
me, I'd have been like, well, we'll see y'all in 2026. Bye.
hey man, listen. But I will say this: making space in your strategy.
Right.
This is what the piece I wrote is making space in your strategy for the fact that these seasons will happen.
Yeah.
Is how you stay consistent over the long haul. And consistent doesn't mean you're posting every week. Consistent means you have that communication open, that two-way street with your audience. Everybody's aware of what we're doing, where we're going. Even if you're making the pivot to something else, everybody's aware, everybody's informed, such that even your audience can inform other people. Oh, yeah, no, she's taking a break right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a creator who takes off 6 weeks.
Come on.
Between I think November and January.
Yeah.
And she just always says like, well, y'all, it's that time of year. I gotta go. I gotta connect with God, be with my family, whatever. I'll be back.
This is family. I'm telling you, this is how it all works. And when you see people out there, they're successful, they've been doing it for a long time, it's because they've built it into the fabric of their life.
Right.
They make it work around their schedule. They're not doing the hard thing. I kid you not. Like Wednesdays is such a great day for me to go live and do different things because I've planned my week in such a way that Wednesdays works for me.
Yeah.
People are talking about, oh, can you do Monday? Can you do? No, I actually can't.
Right.
It doesn't. I would not be able to show up with any level of consistency if I did it on your schedule, and you have permission to do it in a way that works for you.
Yeah.
Any final things to share with people as you get ready to close it out?
Well, I think this is super important to avoid burnout. What we're talking about here, because that's where I have found myself is burnt out, not just because of creating content, but I was creating content at the pace that I was creating it, plus also doing public speaking, plus also showing up on other people's shows,
coaching,
PTA president, coaching, family. You know what I mean? It just went on and on and on. But I think going in 2026, my plan for content is that more batch creation than anything, and then changing my schedule for posting. Awesome. Like I said, I was posting every single day.
That is good. Giving yourself grace.
Maybe I post every other day.
I love it.
Maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just don't be afraid to switch it up and to crisis proof. Crisis proof your content. Before you even get to a crisis.
That's
right.
Good.
Before you don't create the crisis. I created a crisis.
Don't create the crisis.
Right.
But crisis proof your. I love
That's
it.
right.
I love it. That's a great place for us to land, family. This has been another episode of the How It All Works podcast. I get to serve as your host, Kirk Nugent, and this is my lovely co-host,
Taina Nixon.
We're so glad you're back, and make sure you come back next week for another episode of How It All Works. Later.
Bye.